So previously, as we have stated, some things prescriptive and descriptive. I just stated there was a lack of information in the slide as such. How do you know the code is prescriptive or descriptive as such? So whenever you use kernel construct, so it is descriptive. Or what do I mean by descriptive is, so they are so kernels, so the intended code for parallelization is so pragma is this loop, or these loops are intended for say what is it, you want to get them executed onto the devices whenever you loop them. Basically the this 2048 is spread across 1024, so maybe each one is taking two threads or the two instances of the computation whatever that has to be performed. So whenever we start using kernel, so it suggests it may or may not use the whatever the numbers we have provided, with number of gangs or number of gangs whatever is provided, 1024 or 512. So the hit states it's descriptive. That means it is again left to the compiler to choose appropriately what is suitable for the execution as such. Whenever you use a construct called as a parallel, then you are compelling the compiler to use whatever you have specified. So 1024 or whatever you are specifying, the loop has to be distributed across the so many gangs or devices for that matter. That states the description of the it's a prescriptive. So programmer is prescribing how the code has to be executed, and he's commanding, I know better than you, and follow my orders. That is what is meant by uh, a prescriptive parallel executions as such. Okay, 1 minute. So after this, uh, OpenACC compiler, we have seen that, and data classes also has been described. I'm just losing anything not covered. I just want to cover that. So ways to open ICC compiler is basically you start using the data compilation. What has to be uh, aliasing or the kernels that has to be that means there is no proper memory manipulation that is available. Compiler needs to prove that there is no cross iterations or data dependence between the loops. So whenever you are using a cross loop, it is up to the programmer to decide there is no cross iterations. So by the compiler by itself cannot know that. um, A is defined, um, and that is being reutilized in the computation software that has to be avoided. If OpenACC compiler does not perform interprocedural analysis, or the call site of a function is not available. Okay. Then okay, gang and loop. We say that the loop is parallel spell only if the n is uh, no less than n. Okay, that is stated. 15 point has gone somewhere. Okay, this is what I want to whenever I stated that n is what is it? Well, fn is no less than m. So this is the code I was indicating, and data management copy in copy out that was being stated, and I don't want to repeat that again. You have virtual memory device pointer. Whenever you have that virtual memory concept, then you can use a device pointer. So inside the paragraph there is a device pointer descriptions or a device pointer clause. You can state that actual device pointers so that the data does not need to be allocated or moved between the host and device directly. They are sharing the virtual memory construct as such. Okay, then temp so exploit reuse by avoiding the data. So that means so there is a data construct which it is something like static variable in terms of your C. You want to have the data even after the parallel execution has happened. So the frequent ping ponging effect of data movements can be uh, relaxed, reserved. So then there is a asynchronous computation of data transfers. So asynchronous computation of data transfer is basically whenever you four can join. So again, this is a Jacobian stuff that we have quoted in the last class. So he has written the code for that. I just don't want to touch upon the Jacobian again. What is also asynchronous computation data transfer is basically whenever you are computing, so after the computation, so uh, unless all the threads or the whenever you have forked the threads, so unless all the finished, you cannot join them. So if I say that asynchronous as such, so you need not wait for the others to finish off, and then you can continue with the code for the next iteration as such. So whenever you have that, then you can go ahead with respect to execution of that particular kind of stuff. So other than that, again, sync, wait again. So those all other numerable number of constructs are available with respect to OpenACC, and you can use them. Say wait, and this can be used. So that is being stated. I hope you can refer to the textbook, and there are minimal constructs that he is representing as a part of this chapter. Please refer to them and any other things left out. So as per my knowledge, I have completed. But again, anything is left, please let me know. I will finish it. Okay. Thank you.